Hi guys, I'm here with another tutorial. Just going over a new strategy I've sort of found and a new rack I've made for you, which will be free download in the link below. Just about how to make chords that are similar in the style of, I guess, Disclosure and Lone, Bondax, Duke Dumont, all those sort of house guys who really like those big jazz chords. I've used an M1 just as a synth, just to demonstrate how it works. Picked a pretty standard mallet type pad, and then also, if you saw my last video, this is the Cable Guys sidechain, pretty stock standard. So anyway, to chord things off, I also got a drum loop here just to demonstrate, and a MIDI record channel. So this is the MIDI record channel. I've set this up so I can record the chords later in the video to show you what sort of output we're getting. And this is the drum loop. I always find it's easier to write chords when you've got some context, so having the drums underneath makes it a bit easier. Alright, back to the chord maker. So I'll turn it on. As I said, you'll get this in the download pack. So you already see we've got some pretty full chords. So we have the chord selector and the key selector, so you can muck around, and every chord you'll play with this selector will essentially play within that key. So you can see without doing much, we've already got some pretty close to having some pretty good sounding chords. So the awesome thing about this rack is you can play some chords in it and then muck around with keys, chord types. So I'll just show you. There's 7 different chord types in the thing. So if you go above 7, it will just play an individual note. See, I'm just whacking away on my keyboard now, so I'm not really doing anything too specific. It's just to demonstrate how the different types of chord types sound. Alright, cool. So I might have a look at recording a loop. I'm just going to play something here, see if I can get something nice from the rack. Cool, that was very out of time, so we'll drag back to that first one. Bring the start button back, and we'll quantize. Just adjust a few notes. So I'm just moving notes around until I get something I like. And turn the sidechain on, just so we can get that feel. I also adjust some of the velocities, just to give it that nice swing. A bit more of a human feel. I like to reduce the velocities unless they're on the quarter notes. With the sidechain, we're getting pretty good results. I'm just going to muck around with the settings and see if we get anything else interesting out. I also have this note length feature as well, so you can make your notes longer and shorter. Just play around with that. I want something more staccato or more fuller. And also adjust the key. So you can see with this pack, it's really easy to generate ideas. So about 3 minutes we've already got chords, a whole chord progression out of the thing. Now what we're going to do is resample that MIDI into this new MIDI track. So I've got it assigned to the M1 as the input. I'll hit record. So as you can see, I was able to record the MIDI notes, the MIDI chords out of there as well. So now we have the full chords without the rack as well. So you can see we're already now starting to get the building blocks for the song, or for a song. And then from in there you can start messing around with velocities, shifting notes, and just generally just mucking around. I was going to muck around with this one for a little bit just to show you what you can do. Just mucking around with some notes here, to try and get a little filth sort of going at the end. So you're not sounding great, but yeah, it's just a matter of playing around. Anyway, you can keep building with these sort of things until you've got all your components of your song. Especially with the MIDI notes, you can now make a bass line out of that as well. And you should also turn it off and have no input, because you won't get the correct notes. So now we can create our fill. And you see, this is all really basic stuff, but it gets you ideas really quickly. So yeah, just from that we've now got 4 MIDI chords, and then also a progression we can muck around with. You obviously just delete all these notes and you can make your bass line just that way. So anyway, download the free packs below. You make any tracks, post them in the comments below so I can check them out. And yeah, until next time, keep mucking around with the chord pack.